Welcome back to Escapement and Watch. Falling Titan here. Have you ever wanted a watch with significance? A watch that actually matters?
Then just get a Rolex.
They ask you how you are and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. But
no, I'm talking about the SEIKO ASTRON, a watch that brought an industry to their knees. SEIKO wrapped it up as a gift to that industry on Christmas Day 1969, and the world changed. Now that was around $4,000 USD back in the day, so if you were loaded, you had an Astron, and of course if you were broke, you had an Explorer. They were about $170 USD. In 2012, SEIKO has another world's first with the world's first GPS solar watch, and it was the Astron as well. We have an evolution of that design today, a lot more slimmer, a lot more streamlined, more like a normal watch, less gadgety. I like it. Let's check it out. Let's begin by thanking Kavar Jewelers for lending this into the channel. And if you want to buy this watch, check the description for their website. Let them know I sent you and they should take care of you. Look at this cool box. There is a slant right here so you have a ledge for your thumb. The little details, very nice. All right, so easy to open. Aha, oh, there's a phone. Let's see if anything, no, nothing back there. Sometimes it will say a name there. Very cool, round pillow. All right, let's move this out of the way and we'll begin. Introducing the SEIKO ASTRON 140th year SSH093, and this is a gorgeous, stunning piece. Now there is another 140th year anniversary model, which is kind of weird. That one is black and purple. Haven't seen that one, haven't checked it out. Looks cool in the photos. But this one speaks to me. You know I love blue, white and blue, silver and blue, beautiful color combination. This watch is powered by light and it connects to a GPS network atomic clock accurate to 1 second every 100,000 years. Yep, you heard that correctly. So basically an atomic clock on the wrist. Of course, it does have outside help with that GPS. And it was a world's first back in 2012. So definitely an important piece of technology, and it is gorgeous as well. A perpetual calendar up to the year 2100, and it does do, of course, 39 time zones of the world. Now the case shape is absolutely gorgeous. Zaratsu polishing on the top of those lugs with beautiful brushing all along the side. A nice gentle arc throughout the case. Looking gorgeous cushion style case. This one is giving me a little bit of a sumo vibe with that blunt faceted tip right there. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Unbelievably gorgeous. This watch is stunning. The Astron is definitely eye candy, 100%. Now the measurements that I got, 42.6 in diameter, 13.4 in thickness, but that is including that double domed sapphire crystal right there. So adding a little bit to the height. This sapphire has super clear coating on it, which is SEIKO's high-end coating that they usually only reserve for Grand SEIKO. And it is on the 62 mass. Don't get me wrong, SEIKO's regular coating is still better than a lot of other companies' AR coatings. So it's still good, but the super clear is unbelievably clear. It's just perfect. And the lug to lug, 49.5, getting close to that 50 limit for my wrist. We're gonna see it how it wears at the end of the video. Now the bracelet is all solid links, solid end links. It looks like 3-piece oyster style, but it's actually a 2-piece. There we see the SEIKO signed clasp. Everything is flush and even. I like that. Very nice. And it is, of course, fully milled. Very nice. And it looks like there is no micro adjusts, but if you push deeper on those two buttons, it will extend. Did you see that? There we go. So it does have a little bit of a trick there. You can push it in without the buttons, but to release it, you got to push the two buttons. SEIKO says you got to push it lightly to open it up here, and then push deeper to get this out. Oh, it's already out. Yeah, I'm pushing lightly. It's not coming out. You got to push fully to get it out. All right. There we see the case back with some information. I'm not going to peel the sticker off. Now this bezel is fully ceramic. So very nice for durability. Not going to be all scratched up. And it is a gorgeous blue with a line of white at the bottom. Very cohesive design. Matches the color of the dial, the blue and white theme. Beautifully done by SEIKO. Home run on the bezel. Now the dial and hands, it does look white, but it's actually sunburst silver. This one a little bit different because the whole dial is a solar cell to power the watch. We do have thick, deep indices all the way around. There is lume, and of course, blue hands. They're not heat treated blue, but they look gorgeous. And it really ties in nicely with the two subdials at 3 and 9, which are blue, and 6 o'clock subdial, which is silver. So very nice symmetrical look. Big fan of it. Applied SEIKO logo at 12. Gorgeous. Oh, and a nice touch is those pushers. There is a hint of blue on those pushers. So all the small little details are taken care of. This watch is on point. Now the movement is the 5x33 GPS solar movement, and it is a little bit confusing. This button is A, this button is B, and of course the crown non-screw down 100 meters of water resistance. So for the subdials at 3 o'clock, we have the days of the week, 6 o'clock, a second time zone, date at 4:30, and at 9 o'clock, it is kind of a command center. It shows you your power reserve of the battery, and it shows you if daylight savings is on, or if the movement received the signal from the GPS solar network, or if it is in airplane mode. Let's go through those features. You push A here, and it will tell you it went to yes. There's a Y here, and there's an N here for no. So now that it went to yes, we see here, it got the signal. Now it goes back to the power reserve. Show you again. Yes, it got the signal for the local time zone. Now we'll go back to power reserve. It takes 5 seconds. All right. Now, push B if you want to see if daylight savings is on. So right there, it went to standard. So daylight savings is not on. And where's the second hand pointing? The second hand points to the current UTC time zone you're at. So let's do this again. There, we're on this time zone, whatever it is. Let me see. It is about +10. Okay. My current time zone is -5. So you have to know your UTC, Universal Standard Time. Now, pull the crown out to position 1. On position 0, it does nothing. So position 1, you can turn, and it clicks, and you move your main hands. So now I'm moving time zones. I'm jumping time zones, and it knows the exact time. You see how cool that is? Now go up to position 2. So one more click out. Do the same thing, and it will adjust the 6 o'clock subdial time zone. There, you see it moving? It's a little bit hard to see because it is high polished and the light is not reflecting off it good enough. Let me try to... There, you can see it adjusting. So second position for the bottom subdial, first position for your main hands. That's how you do it manually. Now, if you go into the first position and hold B for about 4 seconds, you'll go to airplane mode. Right there, you see it went to airplane mode. Now the GPS signal won't bugger up while you're flying, won't confuse the pilots. So that is a safe thing, but now you're not going to get your signal. Now, daylight savings time, how do you do it? For both, go to the first click and push A, and you'll see if it's set. There, it went to DST, so daylight savings on for the main handset. Go up to the second click and let's see if it's on for the subdial, whatever time zone that one is set to. No, it just went to standard. See that? So it is not set for daylight savings time for this subdial, but you can change that. You can hold A for a couple seconds, and there, it went to DST. So now this one adjusted. You see that? I'll shut it off. There, it adjusted again. All right, so a little bit difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's a simple system. Definitely gonna confuse you. This watch definitely has a learning curve. Now this watch will last 6 months with a single charge if it doesn't see light, but of course it's gonna see light and get charged. But if it enters power saving mode, it can go to 2 years. When it's in power saving mode, the seconds hand, I believe, will be pointing to the 15. And when it's in ultra power saving mode, it'll be pointing to the 45. All right, and basically nothing will work, but it'll be keeping track of time still. And the leap second function is at the top there. We're not gonna really go through that. I don't think it's that important. Basically, the leap second is an added or subtracted second once a year or once every couple of years, because there is a difference in the atomic time or the precise time versus the observed solar time of the planets. So sometimes you have to add or subtract a second. Yes, this watch is that advanced and it will do that. Now let's do the price. This one is $2,200 USD. Definitely an expensive one, but you're getting sapphire, you're getting ceramic, you're getting a name with legacy, and you're getting a beautiful Zaratsu finished case. The workmanship is just phenomenal here, and it is such a gorgeous timepiece. Definitely looks amazing on the wrist. Let's check it out. Here it is on my 6.5 inch wrist, and it does look a little bit large on camera, but I'm looking around the camera and it is gorgeous. It wears beautifully. So definitely has that Seiko magic, wears a little bit smaller than its measurements. Camera making it look bigger, definitely. But I think if I were to get an Astron, I would still want a little bit smaller, maybe a 40 mil. One of my favorite Astrons is of course the original, and they remade the original in solid gold with modern GPS, but they only made 50 units and I forget the price, but it was something ridiculous. Can we get an affordable Astron, please, Seiko? Let's do the weight. I think my scale was malfunctioning. All right, 159 grams with all the links. Pretty good. A nice chunk of steel right here. Feels hefty, feels quality. Okay, there is the loom shot. Very strong Seiko Luma Bright. Excellent loom. You can see the plot at 12 o'clock is a little bit thicker for orientation. Very nice. Here she is in the low light situation. What a gorgeous watch. You know, I used to tell the owner of Kavar, can you get me an Astron? I need to check them out. And he was like, but they don't sell well and I don't think anyone would want to see one. But you know what? When this watch came and he saw it, he wants to add it to his collection instantly. It's that gorgeous and it's a stunning piece and it makes sense. I was blown away. I was like, really? It's not a hot seller? The Astron is one of the most important watches, maybe in the world, and especially for Seiko fans. I thought it was a huge seller. So a little bit of a shock for me, and I would definitely add an Astron if they were smaller, 100%. It's just something you can be proud of. If you're gonna have a quartz, why not get the world's first? Why not get the best one? You know, and it's just so gorgeous. Come on, look at this. Hopefully my macros did this watch justice. It was hard to shoot because of that crazy dome on that sapphire, but it is still worth it and beautiful. Let me know what you guys think of this watch, and if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.